How's it going, everybody? It's Keenest Fox here. This is my channel where I talk about anime, video games, cartoons, most notably Sonic and Ninja Turtles. And today, I am doing another Sonic video talking about it's pretty much another placements video. So I'm going to be doing, I made this list of, best Sonic girls and stuff. And I'll be citing off just pretty much who do I think is the best Sonic girl and such and such. Pretty much. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. You know, it's going to be one of those type of lists. So I'm pretty sure this is going to be this video is going to be quite long, who knows, until I would know until I get finished, but yeah, so let's get into it. Alright, so before I continue with the video, I'm going to start off with the honorable mentions and stuff. Yeah, I know usually a lot of people like to put honorable mentions and stuff around the number one placement before they announce the number one and stuff, but personally myself, I put it all the way back here. To kind of build up some suspense and stuff, so I'm just getting this out of the way, so who's not in that number one placement or who's not in that number 10 or whatever. But just a few shout outs and stuff. So first off, we have Sarah from the Sonic OVA and stuff. I think Sarah was actually a pretty decent character. I'm not gonna sit here and say she was the best or anything, or she's the best Sonic girl, but she was alright. I don't got nothing against Sarah or anything, you know, no ill will, nothing. I'm she's alright, I guess. Knuckles definitely had had feelings for her and stuff in the OVA when she was showing him affection and whatnot. But other than that, yeah, I mean, she's mostly kind of a troublemaker and stuff, you know. Dr. Eggman was obviously using her so that he can kind of trick Sonic into fighting Metal Sonic and stuff, or going to his little go to his little robot city or whatever, Robotropolis, and then fighting his little mech, and then later on fighting Metal Sonic. So that was pretty much the whole point of that. The OVA is good, so yeah. But that's just my thoughts on Sarah. Alright, so next up I have Styx. So, personally myself, I think Styx is an alright character and stuff. I got nothing against her. So I thought it'd be worth mentioning. A lot of people, obviously, back in the day were saying Styx looks a lot like Marine or Marin from Sonic Rush Adventure and stuff, pretty much, and they thought that she was her for a second. Honestly, I'm going to be keeping it real. I know who Marin is, Marin the Raccoon, but I've never played Sonic Rush Adventure, so I don't know her full story. So you won't find Marin on this list and stuff. I'll probably put her in a little bit, a little later in this honorable sections, whatever. I know this is the honorable section, but I might extend that a little bit since I missed a few while making this video. But other than that, Styx, I think Styx is alright. I know, like I said, some people don't like Styx because she's just inserted in there to get a cheap laugh and stuff in the Sonic Boom cartoon and stuff. She'll say or do something spontaneous or whatever, which kind of comes off as just a cheap joke, and it's not really funny. So I get it. I get what people would mean by that. But personally myself, I actually like Styx's relationship with Amy and stuff. She has a pretty good friendship with Amy and whatnot. And on top of that, I actually liked the episode, what would you call it? I can't remember the name of the Sonic Boom episode, but it was basically the episode where Styx figured out that her ancestor actually owns the rights to the island and stuff. And basically, at the end of the episode, Styx actually had creative authority to actually name the village, the unnamed village, the village, and stuff. And basically, Styx named it Hedgehog Village in favor of Amy and stuff for helping her out and stuff and being her best friend. So I actually liked that. It was a pretty nice moment and stuff for Styx, and nice character moment and whatnot. So yeah, Styx is here in the honorable mentions. Alright, so next up I have Shade the Echidna. Now, Shade, she only appeared in one game, but I'm pretty sure that she does have a few fans out there that actually did like her character design and stuff. It was like, oh snap. I actually like the lore. Again, you know, I'm a big lore guy, and I love storytelling and stuff, especially when it comes to the Sonic series, because it's simple. But yeah, there's just more to it than just that and stuff. So yeah, but Shade is, of course, as you know, part of the Marauders or the Nocturnus clan and stuff, which was rivals to the Knuckles clan and whatnot. And basically, Shade, basically she was in prison. Shade is around 4,000 years old, and basically she was imprisoned and stuff inside the Twilight Cage along with her people. And then, of course, Knuckles ends up discovering her, and then, you know, what happens after that. I've already made a video covering that. But still, I thought Shade was actually a pretty cool character and stuff, at least worth mentioning. She's not in my top 25 for best Sonic girls and stuff, but still, notable character nonetheless. And just to point this out, I also like Julie Sue too from the Sonic Archie comics and stuff. Julie Sue is also an alright character. She's not exactly here, but I mean, if she were, I would give her probably the same placement as Shade here. She's Knuckles' love interest inside the comics and stuff. And then there's also Julie Sue's half sister Leanda. Those three are pretty much interesting Echidna girls and stuff. So yeah, they both deserve, like all three of them deserve an honorable mention in my opinion. So that's why, yeah. So yeah. Next up, we have Dulcie the Dragon. Yeah, so if you watch Sonic Sadium and stuff, you'll know who this character is and stuff, Dulcie. She pretty much appeared inside Season 2 and stuff. Pretty much took over Rotor's placement and stuff, since Rotor was kind of sidelined throughout most of Season 2 and stuff. But anyways, yeah, Dulcie. So basically, in Sonic Sadium, they needed to balance out the girls and the boys and stuff, so they threw in an extra girl character and stuff, and that's how they got Dulcie. So basically, you have Sally, Bunny, Dulcie, Rotor, Sonic, Tails, and Antoine and stuff. So yeah, and Sonic as well, right? So yeah, so they just wanted to kind of balance out the characters and stuff. Dulcie's actually voiced by the legendary Cree Summer and stuff. Sonic Sadium definitely had a good voice cast, like Jim Cummings and stuff, Rob Paulson and stuff. But of course, they had Cree Summer and stuff. Cree Summer definitely has voiced a lot of good characters back in the day and stuff. So yeah, I like Dulcie and stuff. She's a pretty decent character. I would say the Sadium is probably the best version of her. In the Archie comics, Dulcie's alright in there too, but I gotta say, like, Dulcie kind of is one of those characters that's just underdeveloped and stuff. She's just not in too much stuff really to be like, oh, fully fleshed out. So yeah, that's pretty much how it is, unfortunately. But I guess Sadium is probably the best version. In my opinion, I actually think that Dulcie's post-Genesis wave, the rebooted design, looks a lot more better on her, because she actually looks like a Mobian and stuff. I know some people would probably disagree with me otherwise, but personally myself, I prefer the post-Genesis design of Dulcie and stuff, where she's a lot more slimmer and a little bit more, just, you know, she's just slimmer and she's more like, oh, yeah, because she actually looks like a Sonic character now. Next up on my list, I have Ella. Yeah, I'm pretty sure a lot of people were expecting me to put Ella on the list, but yeah, she's here. What can I say? I mean, I know Ella's not like super hot, or she's not like, oh, that appealing as a character or anything, or that interesting, but still. Ella, though, I actually like Ella. She's actually a really funny character from Sonic X and stuff. I know she's supposed to be the Jamaican maid and stuff, and she looks after Chris. She's voiced by Mike Pollock in the English dub. I don't know about her Japanese voice actor, but of course, if you know Mike Pollock, he's the dude that voices Dr. Eggman, which is kind of ironic because in the Sonic X Archie comics, Ella and Dr. Eggman both kind of have a thing for each other. So yeah, just to give you that thought. But anyways, Ella, though, yeah, I think Ella's actually a pretty decent character and stuff. I think she's worth mentioning and stuff. She was definitely good, like looking after Chris and stuff, one of the Guardians and stuff. You know, like a lot of people, when they're getting on Chris and stuff about how his parents aren't there, and they're saying, well, Chris had Ella and he had Mr. Tanaka and his grandpa. Yeah, I mean, well, at least you have people defending Ella there. But yeah, I think Ella's a pretty decent character and stuff. I like her interactions and stuff with like Cream and Amy and stuff. They all get along pretty well. So yeah, and Ella's just funny as hell. Bokun even, like, yeah. So yeah, like, I gotta give it to Ella. So yeah, she definitely deserves an honorable mention. I don't think you will ever find Ella on anyone else's list but mine. Alright, next up on my honorable mentions, I have Ghost Girl. So, I just put Ghost Girl here mainly because, you know, basically a lot of fans like the character and stuff. I'm not a huge fan of the character like that, but you definitely will have people like drawing tons of fan art and stuff and talking up the character and stuff. They'll always bring up the Night of the Werehog special and stuff, or always drawing ships of Ghost Girl and Werehog Sonic and stuff. She has a really nice design and stuff. That's all I can say there. But yeah, Ghost Girl. So she made my honorable mentions. Alright, so next up on my list I have Maddie, Maddie Wazowski and stuff. As you know from the Sonic movie, Maddie is Tom's wife and stuff. I wouldn't say she has too much of a presence or too much of an impact on the Sonic movies like that, but she's there as Sonic's adopted mom and stuff. I think she's a pretty decent character and stuff. I'm not like a big fanboy or anything like that, but yeah. But I think the character was actually pretty good and stuff. I feel like that's worth acknowledging. I think Tika Sumpter did a good job as playing the character and stuff. And the thing is, of course, fans aren't really too happy about like when just random characters that weren't even from the games and stuff just get put in there and stuff. But hey, I think Tom and Maddie were actually pretty decent characters, so it's definitely worth mentioning the character here. Yeah, pretty much. Alright, next up I have Topaz. So as we all know, Topaz is from Sonic X and stuff. Pretty much she's Rouge's supervisor and also Rouge's best friend from the Sonic X series and stuff, apart from Shadow and stuff. Topaz, I think Topaz is a pretty cool character and stuff. She's alright. Pretty much she's always keeping Rouge in check and stuff. They have nice chemistry and stuff. I actually like their friendship and stuff, and especially when they were both telling each other goodbyes. That was also pretty nice too. Topaz also has a pretty good relationship with Mr. Tanaka, that's Chris's butler and stuff. Actually, I think they both actually have feelings for each other and stuff, so that's also pretty cool. But yeah, Topaz, I feel like, she also deserves a placement in my honorable mentions. And last but not least, we have Relic the Pika. So you probably don't know who Relic is unless you actually read the Archie comics and stuff, or if you just know, you just know. But basically, Relic is a character from the rebooted or the Archie or the post-Genesis wave of the Archie comics and stuff. So she's not in pre-Genesis wave at all, but she is in post-Genesis wave, where basically she's this not architect, what's the word? An archaeologist, where basically she's she pretty much lives on Angel Island and stuff, and she's good friends with Knuckles. And basically, whenever Knuckles steps away, she watches the Master when in his place and stuff for him. So that's actually pretty cool. She's no fighter or anything, but I felt like Relic definitely could have had a lot of potential and stuff, which is kind of unfortunate that they obviously like Archie got canceled and stuff. So characters like, I don't know if Relic will ever come back or not. I would love for this character to come back. That would be actually pretty good. I think she has a great design and stuff. She has her own helper robot named Fix-It. Yeah, so I think Relic actually has a little potential there, in the story, I think definitely, like, if Knuckles ever decides to step away from Master Owen, he can actually rely on somebody like Relic to look after it, like how he did inside the Archie comics. But I believe they explained it inside the games and stuff that basically Knuckles leaves behind a lot of traps and stuff whenever he's leaving the island to protect the Master Owen. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So those are the honorable mentions and stuff. Now I'm going to get into the list and stuff. But first I'm going to play this little, just characters that I kind of missed. And then I'll talk about the top 25 best Sonic girls. So I hope you guys get your popcorn and I hope you're ready. Alright, I'm going to start at number 25 for the best Sonic girls. So starting at number 25, we have the Iron Queen. So, if you don't know, the Iron Queen is basically a villain from the Archie comics and stuff. And honestly, in my opinion, I think the Iron Queen was actually one of the best Sonic villains from the comics and stuff, from the Archie comics. That is, usually when people think of villains from the Archie comics, you probably think like Mammoth Mogul or Interjack or something. Maybe even Nagus. Personally, myself, I think the Iron Queen is a little bit better than Nagus, but yeah, I think Interjack and Mogul might have her beat. But anyways, I do like Iron Queen though. Basically, she's this technomancer and stuff, so basically that means she has pretty much magic and stuff that controls like technology and shit like that. You probably go, oh well, controlling technology is probably not a big deal, but then again, you think of like some shit like Magneto from X-Men and stuff, where Magneto, that man can control magnetism, where you think, oh, well, controlling magnets, that's nothing. But you realize how big of a deal that is. So, of course, Iron Queen, she has the ability to control technology and stuff. She was a part of a tech cult when she was younger. That got shut down and outlawed. So, basically, she ran off on her own, got taken in by the Iron Domain. They utilized her ability. She married the Iron King and basically became its queen. So that's pretty much her story on the surface and stuff. Pretty much Iron Queen's done a lot of stuff, like she's taken over New Mobiletropolis and stuff. She's brainwashed Nicole. She's brutalized Bunny badly and stuff, and she drove the Freedom Fighters out of town and stuff. Basically, when the heroes were all celebrating that they defeated Dr. Eggman once and for all, the Iron Queen showed up and pretty much rained on the parade. and stuff thanks to Snively. And keep in mind, she's also having this whole affair with Snively and stuff. Yeah, so I guess you gotta give Snively some credit there, right? Anyways, that's the end of that. Coming in for number 24, I have Honey the Cat. So why'd I put Honey on here? Well, I mean, she's in the 24th place and stuff. Honey has a pretty good design and stuff. She's based off a character from, I believe it was Virtual Fighters, if I'm not mistaken. And stuff, another designer type character and stuff, but basically inside Sonic the Fighters, they adapted her where basically she's like the cat version of that character. So basically, yeah, that's who Honey is and stuff. Honey, I think she's an alright character and stuff. She wasn't really fleshed out in the games or anything. I think she had like, if you like, I guess press like, I don't know, start or ult or some shit on like Amy and stuff, then basically you can play as Honey. But until like, I guess the re-release or something of the arcade edition of Sonic the Fighters, Honey was actually available as her own character and stuff, and then later on the Archie comics, which I think this is definitely where Honey definitely blew up as a character, is when she was adapted in that storyline and stuff, where they were pretty much basing the story off of, what was it called? I can't remember. It was like Shattered Worlds or something like that. It was based off the Sonic Unleashed, Sonic the Fighters, and Sonic Heroes and stuff, based off of those games into like the Archie comics as adaptation. So, yeah. But Honey, though, she was actually pretty nice, pretty alright character and stuff. She beat Tails and stuff, tricked him and stuff, and then like got her like self, like she pretty much fought her way all the way up to Sonic. So, yeah, pretty interesting. So, yeah, that's Honey the Cat. Also making my list, I have Jewel the Beetle. So, as you know who Jewel is a character from the IDW comics and stuff. She's from Tango's village, Spiral Hill village and stuff. She's actually Tango's best friend and stuff, so pretty much she's like the Tails to Tango's Sonic pretty much, to put it in layman's terms. But yeah, but Jewel, I actually like Jewel and stuff. Actually, like one time, I didn't really care much for the character until I started to draw her one time, and I was like, you know what? I think I like this character. You know, she has a nice design and everything, and she's kind of cute and stuff. I'm not really into bugs like that. It's kind of weird. Well, it's weird anyways. But I was saying, I don't like bugs in general. But Jewel, I mess with Jewel. Jewel's actually all right. I actually like Jewel better than Charmy and stuff. Charmy, I feel like he definitely needs a little bit more development, I guess, in the Sonic series, but I'm not crazy about Charmy. But Jewel, I like Jewel. So, what can I say? Next up on my list, I have Wave the Swallow. Yeah, I'm not exactly crazy about Wave and stuff, or Sonic Riders and stuff. I mean, I played the first Sonic Riders, never played Sonic Zero Gravity or Sonic Free Riders. Sonic Free Riders actually here is like one of the worst Sonic games. And personally myself, I probably would try to play it at least to see what it's like to get an opinion, but I don't have an Xbox Connect. I have an Xbox, but I don't have an Xbox Connect, unfortunately. Or, well, actually, no. Probably lucky for me anyways, I probably don't have that, so I can play that horrible game. A lot of character assassination and everything, but I'm getting off topic. Wave. So what do I think of the character? I think the character's alright. I'm not, like I said, I'm not crazy about her. I know Wave definitely has her fans and stuff. I actually like the fact that like Wave is actually a rival for Tails and stuff. Like not only like just physically, but also like intellectually as well. Like not Jewel. Sorry, I'm talking about Jewel. Wave is pretty much just as smart as Tails, pretty much, and it's probably one of the smartest characters in the series just for that alone. Being a rival to Tails and Dr. Eggman and stuff. Like, yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, so I gotta give it to Wave here. So yeah, she makes my 20. Yeah, she's my 22nd. Just best Sonic girl and stuff. So yeah. Alright, so if you see that Vanilla's in the 21st placement, you probably already have a wild guess that you know who is already on this list as well. But we'll get to her later. Anyways, Vanilla. Vanilla, I actually think she's a pretty decent character and stuff. She's a good mom and stuff. Probably one of the best, like, just mom figures and stuff, or parental figures inside the Sonic series and stuff. Like, she's probably the only one so far, canonically, that is, in the games and whatnot. But still, I like Vanilla. She's also, like, one of the most tallest characters, like, tallest, like, Mobian characters and stuff, apart from Big and whatnot. Like, she's definitely taller than, like, Sonic and the others and stuff, mainly because, you know, she's, like, a grown woman. At least in her, like, probably, like, in her, I want to say she's at least in her 30s or so. But, yeah, Vanilla. Gotta give it to her. So, yeah, she definitely makes some other lists and stuff. She's not like, oh, super strong or anything like that crazy, but she's a nice character and stuff. Definitely a character you probably don't want to see, you don't want to get on her bad side. That's often joked about a lot in the Sonic series. So yeah, good luck with that. And coming in for number 20, I have Nicole, the Hollow Links. So, yeah, we actually have our first Freedom Fighter on this list, actually, speaking of which. But yeah, I have Nicole in here and stuff. You remember I did a video about a year ago about Nicole and stuff. Pretty much, yeah, I think the character's alright and stuff. She's actually one of the most powerful Freedom Fighters, actually. I would say, like, Sonic and Tails would probably come before Nicole, but I would say, like, Nicole comes before Bunny and all the others and stuff, and Antoine and Rotor and stuff. Nicole, as you know, has like control over like nanites and stuff. Pretty much, she uses this to like control, like to pretty much manipulate and build up pretty much majority of New Metropolis and stuff. Pretty much, she is like pretty much aware of everything that goes on inside New Metropolis. She keeps guard of all the like prisoners and stuff. But yeah. Nicole is definitely a good character and stuff. She definitely transcends beyond the whole supercomputer AI thing and stuff. And speaking of which, she's actually voiced by Sally's voice actress as well, I believe, Kate Susie and stuff. So yeah, just a little note right there. So yeah, so Nicole, she definitely makes my list for best Sonic girl and stuff. She's at the number 20th placement here. Alright, I have listed here on the left side of the screen the top 19 through 11 best Sonic girls. So, let's get into that. So, coming at number 19, I have Princess Udina. Now, you're probably wondering who is Princess Udina. Basically, she's the princess, and she will be one day the future ambassador of Metropolis and stuff. Basically, it's like this underwater Mobian city and stuff, or country. Pretty much her parents have control over that. I know a lot of people probably might not know who Princess Udina is, so this might just be my opinion. That I put her on this list, or put her so far up ahead on this list. But yeah, she's coming at number 19 and stuff. I actually liked her design and stuff, and I actually liked the story that she had inside the Sonic universe and stuff with Team Chaotix and stuff, where she was working with a bunch of pirates and stuff to try to uncover this secret treasure, and then it turns out to be a super weapon. And Udina was like, oh, I didn't sign up for this. Pirate captain wanted to use it as his own personal weapon, and Udina was pretty much out and teamed up with the Chaotix, and they all escaped. So, the end. But yeah, so that's Princess Udina. She comes in number 19 on my list. Alright, coming at number 18, I have Shara. Now, I know Shara isn't exactly like the best Sonic girl or anything, and for some reason she's always like on the worst Sonic characters list or something, or people are always crapping on her. And honestly, I don't even know why. Like, Kristen, at least, I can understand why, but Shara, I just don't get it. But, I don't know, people just have a hatred towards, like, I don't know, human Sonic characters sometimes. Anyways, Shara, though, I got nothing against Shara. I think Shara's alright. She has a nice design and stuff, and I actually liked her character inside Sonic and the Secret Rings. Which I feel like Sonic and the Secret Rings, it's not a bad game per se. I mean, the only thing bad about the game really is the controls, which is definitely what makes all the difference. But outside of the controls, I actually thought the graphics looked great. I thought the story was great, and I actually liked the Eraser Jin as a villain and stuff. I thought he was pretty cool. So yeah, I mean, Shara's pretty good as well. She did her thing. She helped out Sonic throughout his journey and stuff. And just, you know, helped him out whatever she can do, like summoning flying magic carpets and stuff, and slowing down time by using like time break and stuff. Yeah, those are her abilities. So yeah, I think Shara's alright. So yeah, even in the end when she like betrayed Sonic and stuff, she still saved Sonic from being sacrificed by the Eraser and stuff, sacrificing her own life in the process. So yeah, I think Shara's a pretty good character. Alright, so coming at number 17, I have Merlina, the Dark Queen and stuff from Sonic and the Black Knights. Now, I'm not too crazy about Merlina or Sonic and the Black Knights. I thought the game was alright. I'm not too crazy about it, but a lot of people definitely do love, like a lot of fans and stuff definitely do love Sonic and the Black Knights. And Merlina definitely is a character that does stand out from other characters like Elise or Shara and stuff. Like, Merlina was like actually the main antagonist of Sonic and the Black Knights and stuff. I've talked about it in my other video a little bit, but she's a bit of a neutral character. Like, she is a villain for what she did, but she's not like far gone or irredeemable or anything. It's not like, right, like she's done things like she destroyed Caliburn, she tried to kill Sonic, and she tried to create a world that was going on forever at the cost of exposing it to evil, which is bad, of course. But in the end of the day, Sonic ended up stopping her and undoing all that damage and stuff. So yeah, and then she ended up learning her lesson and learning from her mistake and stuff. So yeah, definitely thought I should put Melina here and stuff. But yeah. Alright, coming at number 16, I have Princess Elise. Now I know I've talked about this before, and I know it's controversial that I think Elise is actually a decent character. I think she's okay. Do I ship her with Sonic? No. But I don't I have nothing against it. I don't think Elise is really that bad. I don't think Sonic really has return feelings for Elise, but still I don't mind Elise having a crush for Sonic. So what? It's not like he's Sonic is an actual hedgehog. He's a Mobian, an Anthro hedgehog, basically, meaning he's human-like. So I don't have any qualms against that. And people make that kiss sound like it's it's worse than what it actually is. It's not even that bad. It's not Sonic and Elise had sex or anything. No, they just Elise just kissed Sonic. That was it. To call back his soul, like Silver said, because basically the plan was to revive Sonic was to use the Chaos Emeralds and Elise's powers, which is if you were paying attention to the story, Elise has extrasensory abilities where she has premonitions and stuff like that. Basically, Elise was able to use her powers because she was able to use her powers to call back Sonic's soul. So aside from also kissing Sonic out of gratitude and stuff, she was also trying to pull a Snow White by bringing Sonic back to life with the kiss. So that was the whole point of it. But it's not even that bad. Again, people just, I don't know, they hate on Elise for no reason, honestly, in my opinion. Now, yes, is it annoying that Elise gets captured a lot? It is. In the end of the game where Elise was saying that she would rather the world be destroyed by Solaris if it means keeping her memories of Sonic and stuff, yeah, that was bad. But in the end, Elise did the right thing. She blew out the candle flame, everything got rebooted and everything went back to normal. But can you really blame Elise for feeling a little bit selfish? Because she's pretty much given her all for her kingdom. She lost her parents at a young age, so ever since, for 10 years, she's had to, run an entire country by herself. Of course, she had her assistants and stuff, but still. Can you imagine? Elise is, 16. So, that's my point. Elise is definitely a character that's been through a lot of tragedy, a lot of hardship, and just a lot of things, It's terrible. So, yeah. Personally, myself, I do want to say in the new timeline, since Iblis and Mephiles never came to be, I want to say that Elise's dad might have survived the lab incident and stuff to give a little bit of optimism there, but who knows. Anyways, Elise, I don't think she's a bad character. She definitely does stand out a lot. People know who she is. She actually has a pretty good character arc. That's all I can say there. Coming at number 15, I actually have Molly. If you remember this character, she's from Sonic X. She was in this episode. I actually said one of my favorite episodes, written by Kyoko Yoshimura, was sorry, I can't speak today. A Revolutionary Tale. That was a pretty good episode with Shadow and Rouge and stuff. It was only focused on them. So this is actually one of the few episodes that Sonic actually wasn't in. Sonic and Chris back inside Sonic X. Because Sonic and Chris are pretty much in every other episode besides one Knuckles focused episode and this one. So in this one, Shadow, as you know, he meets Molly and stuff. She's the leader of this rebellion that's going up against the Metarex and stuff. And as you know, Molly's killed and stuff right in front of Shadow. And Shadow has this gives Shadow a lot of a lot of motivation to want to bring down the Metarex, so something like this can't happen again, and so that he can avenge Molly and stuff. So yeah, and carry on her dream. So yeah, so Molly, keep in mind, this character only appeared in one episode of Sonic X, and she made this much of an impact on Shadow as a character and stuff, reminding him of Maria and stuff, and just everything, I actually think Molly's a pretty decent character and stuff. She's a nice girl. Yeah. And pretty much she served her purpose in the story, which was to motivate Shadow to want to bring down the Metarex. And he ended up helping stop Dark Oak and the Metarex entirely. So yeah, That's pretty much that for Molly. Alright, coming at number 14, I actually have Helen. Helen is a character, from Sonic X. I've talked about Helen before and how much I love that episode with her and Sonic and stuff, where they go out picking flowers and stuff. While Jerome Wise, the president's aide, is trying to get Sonic to shake the president's hand, and Sonic ain't having it. He's trying to spend this day with this girl. Don't care if the president or politics or anything like that. He's just trying to chill. So, anyways, I really like that episode. Helen is probably one of my favorite characters amongst like Chris's friends and stuff. Hell, and it's not even just me, but like a lot of other people actually wanted to see Helen as like the main character over Chris, or when Helen and Chris to switch roles. But personally, myself, I think it all worked out for the better for Chris to be the main character. Well, along with Sonic, of course, but also be there, be in that placement compared to Helen, because a lot of people want to rip on the fact that Chris is rich and stuff, and it works better for like a character that's like middle class because that makes him more relatable and stuff. And since Helen's also crippled, kind of also makes you feel sorry for her and stuff as well. Well, the thing is with Chris is that like Chris is like the targeted demographic of like the audience that they want. So obviously 12-year-old boys and stuff, they'll definitely be into like watching Sonic and stuff, or watching anime. I mean, yeah, same thing for like why they always have shonen protagonists always be like a 14-year-old teenager at the start of the series. But I'm getting off topic. Helen. But I just don't think it will work if Helen's the main character and Sonic and his friends always got to live with Helen and her family. They'll kind of just be imposing in that case. But Helen, though, I think is a pretty good character. She's very wholesome, very nice and stuff, got nothing against her. I feel like she really, like, her relationship with Sonic definitely does parallel Shadow and Maria's relationship, which I will be getting into next. Alright, next up I have Maria Robotnik. Of course, I had to put Maria on this list, but she comes at number 13. I actually think Maria is a pretty good character. Of course, I mean, as we all know, just like Molly, Maria's death is supposed to be like the catalyst to facilitate a lot of events and stuff. So stuff like Professor Gerald wanting to destroy the Earth and stuff, Shadow wanting to destroy the Earth, and then later on Shadow wanting to save the Earth, for Maria and stuff, and just becoming a hero and everything, and Commander Towers and stuff, the leader of GUN, taking over GUN and reforming it. Maria's death really does serve a lot of catalysts. Unfortunately, I had to talk about her death. But Maria as a character, though, Maria is also just like what I just said with Helen and with Molly. Maria is also a pretty wholesome and nice character as well, I mean, I know not every like female character or something like that has to be very flashy, has to be cool, has to be such and such, but Maria's actually pretty nice. She's very nurturing and stuff. She's an older sister and stuff towards Commander Towers, and also, of course, towards Shadow and whatnot. Of course, her relationship with Shadow is very legendary and stuff. People like Maria. I mean, there's nothing like, I don't know anyone who really has that much against Maria, besides, a few, but still, Maria, she's not bad. Yeah. Next up, I have Surge. So, yeah, I definitely had to put Surge in this list, because why not? But anyways, as we already know, Surge is pretty much kind of like Scourge's replacement in terms of like being Sonic's arch rival and stuff in the comics. Surge is another one of the anti-Sonic types and stuff. Definitely is an arch rival. She is currently raising some hell in the comics right now with the new Eggman Wisp prototype that she has, that can pretty much just steal Wisp's powers just by force and make it her own power. So yeah, that's crazy overpowered, especially when you think about how powerful the Wisps actually are. Like, they can create black holes and stuff like that. Yeah, you gotta really think about that one. But anyways, Surge is a character. Yeah, I actually think Surge is a pretty good character and stuff. She probably definitely fits a lot more into the story compared to like Scourge and stuff, who's literally just Sonic from another dimension. Which, I'm not trying to crap on Scourge. Scourge is also a good character, but Surge, she definitely makes sense. Surge is obviously, as you know, she's a clone of Sonic and stuff. I know there are a couple of theories out there where people think that Surge might have been like somebody else in the past, and maybe Starline might have just kidnapped her and Kit and just brainwashed him or something like that. I don't know. Personally, myself, I think they're clones, because I've been rereading Imposter Syndrome, and Starline specifically stated, or at least thought this out loud, that basically that he created Surge and Kit from scratch. So they're definitely clones of Sonic and Tails, and also made a little bit from Bell's DNA to give him some personality. So yeah, they're definitely made from scratch. But anyways, Surge though, she's a pretty cool character and stuff. She can definitely move faster than light. She controls lightning and stuff. That's her gimmick. And she's definitely like beefing, and she's a rival of Sonic. So yeah, Surge definitely makes my list for one of the best Sonic girls. She comes at number 12 here, because I definitely do think she has a lot of potential and stuff, and she really is, yeah, she's actually pretty good. Alright, so originally I was going to give number 11 to Belle, but I decided that Belle and Sage are both similar, like too similar as characters and stuff, and that's not a bad thing, but I decided to, like, they both should share this placement and whatnot, since they both kind of have the same roles but don't, if that makes any sense. I'm pretty sure if you play the game and read the comics, you'll know what I'm talking about. But anyways, but if you're concerned about any spoilers and stuff from Sonic Frontiers, which I won't spoil much, then you could just skip ahead into the top 10. But anyways, yeah, but Belle. So I'm going to start talking about Belle first. So in the IDW comics, as you already know, Belle is the, she's pretty much the creation by Mr. Tinkerer and stuff. You know, that's Dr. Eggman while he had his, while he lost his memories and stuff. It was more good-natured and acted like he was, kind of a lot similar to Professor, or Dr. OVA, Kentober from the, Archie and Fleetway comics, where he was a lot more of a charitable doctor. But anyways, Mr. Tinkerer had created Belle and whatnot, just to be like his daughter and stuff, you know. But eventually, like after, like I said, Eggman regained his memories. Belle was treated like an outcast by that village that took in Dr. Eggman and stuff. And until eventually, you know, she met Sonic and Tails, and then Tails eventually took her in. So currently she's living with him. So anyways, I like Belle as a character. She has some pretty good dynamics with, of course, Sonic, especially Tails, and definitely Dr. Eggman and stuff. So yeah, I really like it. And even as like Dr. Eggman still actually has a lot of respect for Belle as a, like as a character and stuff, or even as a daughter, you know. Where he wouldn't go as far as to like harm her or anything, or cause her any harm or whatever. He might see her as like maybe as a useful asset for future sake. But he does actually show some respect for Belle and whatnot, you know, for taking care of him during his time of need. So yeah. And then we also have Sage from Sonic Frontiers, where Sage is an AI created by Dr. Eggman and stuff. Sage is basically made to protect Dr. Eggman while he was inside cyberspace and stuff. But I really loved her protectiveness over Dr. Eggman and whatnot, and just, you know, their interactions is pretty good. So both these characters are really great and stuff. I feel like they might have been based off the whole Egghead fan character and stuff, because a lot of people really love the Egghead character and stuff that was based off of like the upside down Dr. Eggman sprite from Sonic Mania and stuff. It was a pretty cool idea. So I feel like we got that with Belle and Sage, and I think that's definitely for the better. I feel like it adds a lot more layers to Dr. Eggman's character when you make him more of a parental figure, kind of like his relationship with Bokoon inside Sonic X. Alright, so we finally made it to the top 10. Now, everyone in the top 10 placement and stuff pretty much have their own kind of like, you know, they're like all pretty much iconic, definitely have some impact on the series and the lore, or they're just, you know, just fan favorites. Like, people love these characters. They love either playing as these characters, they just love the characters' personalities, whatever, you know, or they just might be a favorite in some kind of way. So, starting at number 10, I have Cosmo. I've made a couple of videos before on Cosmo on my channel. I've said before that, yeah, I think Cosmo's a pretty good character. Is she my favorite? Not in particular, but I do like Cosmo, though. I mean, I think she's a good love interest. She's probably the best love interest with Tails. It sure ain't Fiona. That's for damn sure, but Cosmo is definitely probably the best love interest for Tails. And I'm not a huge, like, Tailsmo fan either, but I wouldn't, like, I'm not lying to myself. I'm just being completely honest. She's probably the best love interest with Tails. Like, there hasn't been yet another love interest besides maybe Zoe. That's actually like, you know, that Tails has actually been into like that, you know, and that's actually like good. But who knows? I might talk about that some other day. But aside from being just the best love interest for Tails, Cosmo has like the saddest death in the series. Very unique design, very impressionable character. A good relationship with Tails, Amy, Cream, Sonic, Knuckles, Chris, and even Shadow, which says a lot. Now, of course, when characters have like relationships and stuff with each other, like I mean, like of course that just like that tells you like how much like the character, like the influence that they have on other characters and stuff, or the impact. Like for example, like I love the episode where Tails was actually trying to thank Cosmo from Shadow. That was a pretty good episode, was it not? Like Cosmo was pretty much like Amy and Cream's like best friend during the season 3 of the Metarex saga. She kind of completed their little trio, aside from Big the Cat not being there. But yeah, she definitely has a good relationship with Sonic. Sonic literally went to turned into Dark Sonic when he found out that she was crying and stuff, and that Chris was hurt badly by that Metarex Black Narcissus. So yeah, she definitely has a lot of impact. So yeah, so Cosmo, she's number 10 for my best Sonic girls. Alright, coming at number 9, I got Cream the Rabbit. What, did you really think I was going to leave her out like Team Sonic Racing did? But more on that in a second. So yeah, of course I gotta put Cream in the top 10. Cream comes at number 9 for me, and stuff. Honestly, like I really do like Cream. She's a pretty good character and stuff. Very nice girl and whatnot. Cute design. Very obedient and stuff. I can't say that Cream is like good for like plot wise in terms of like, oh, she can contribute a lot to the story by being this reliable or this useful or anything. Regardless though, I mean, Cream, she's definitely fun to play as. She has some broken ass abilities and stuff in Sonic Advance and Sonic Battle. If you played any of those games, you would know. Like I said, cute design. She has a good relationship with Amy, Blaze, Vanilla, Emerald or Gemerald, and Sonic and stuff. Like she definitely is like, she's best friends with Amy and stuff, of course. In Sonic Rush, Cream is not playable, but she does help Blaze and stuff. Like she helps guide Blaze around Sonic's world and whatnot to try and get a little more affiliated with it. So yeah, they definitely have a good relationship there. Of course, Cream has a good relationship with her mom, Emerald and stuff inside the Sonic X series, and then also like in Sonic Advance 3. I haven't played that game yet either, but but inside the IDW comics, Cream is pretty good with Gemerald. So yeah, I mean, and she's just a wholesome character in general. I don't know anyone who could really be hating on Cream like that. Maybe a few, but still, Cream, she's a pretty cool character. I mean, the most you'll probably get is that people would probably say that her voice is annoying, and that's it. But yeah, and I guess the worst thing about Cream is probably the fact that she gets like pretty much captured the most compared to like, the most in this series. Like she's always a damsel, but still, Cream is a fun character. She's cool to play with and stuff, and yeah, I mean, I like Cream. Like you saw how people were like taken back by the fact that like they didn't include Cream inside Team Sonic Racing and stuff. That just shows you how much like people actually care and like the character and stuff, because that was a lot of because they replaced Cream and Team Rose with the Chows, with Oma Chow, Hero Chow, Dark Chow, and all of them. We would have, I'm pretty sure a lot of fans would have loved to have Cream in that placement, but definitely Cream. She is like number 9 for best Sonic girls and stuff. Alright, coming at number 8, I have Bunny Rabbit, or best known as Bunny DeColette, since she's married and stuff. So, anyways, of course, I gotta put Bunny on my list for best Sonic girls and stuff. In my opinion, I actually like Cream a little bit more better than Bunny, but since I can probably think of a lot more interesting, a lot more better things for like Bunny than I can for Cream, especially since Bunny can benefit the story more so than Cream. I gotta put Bunny above her. So anyways, Bunny Rabbit, like what can I say, like she's definitely a good character and stuff, likable character. I don't know anyone that doesn't like Bunny. She has a great concept, basically like Bunny's like one of the most powerful freedom fighters, a part of that group. I would say like she would probably come in like 4th. Like she's like the 4th most powerful freedom fighter. I would say Sonic and Tails are more powerful than her, followed up with Nicole and then Bunny. But but Bunny's definitely a powerhouse. She's a cyborg and stuff, so definitely a great concept right there. An interesting background story where basically she was where part of her body was like roboticized, like her left arm and her legs and stuff. So she utilizes those to either to either fly or enhance her strength or her attacks and stuff, basically, stuff like that. So yeah, or just create little long stilts or something, you know, stuff like that. So yeah, Bunny's capable of doing all that, create shields, etc. So she's a pretty cool character, very likable, has a southern personality. She was voiced by Chucky and stuff, rest in peace. But yeah, she has a pretty good relationship with Antoine, Sally, Tails, and Sonic and stuff. If you know in the RG comics, her and Sonic had a little thing at one point. I will not go into any more details about that. Tails, I actually liked Bunny's relationship with Tails and stuff. They definitely have a like a younger brother, older sister kind of relationship and stuff, like low key. Sally, Bunny is like Sally's best friend pretty much inside the like just in general. Her and Nicole, I would say, are like Sally's best friends. And then Antoine, Antoine, honestly, I would say that Bunny and Antoine's relationship, they probably have like the best like relationship, and I mean like romantically, of course, probably have the best relationship inside the entire series, like one of the best. Like I don't think like you can really go wrong if you said that Bunny and Antoine were like your favorite ship or something. Because I mean, I wouldn't say I don't think it's actually very flawless. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Wouldn't have Bunny like or Antoine with anyone else, would you? Or maybe Being the Dynamite, who knows? But anyways, but yeah, Bunny, she's a great character, so she definitely belongs in my 8th placement here. Alright, you should have saw this one coming. Yeah, of course I put Rouge in my top 10 for best Sonic girl. She comes at number 7. She's again one of the most iconic and one of the most popular Sonic girls inside the series. Hell, I even like made a video about Rouge a couple weeks ago. So if you want a more in-depth analysis about that, I would recommend just go check it out. But yeah, and it's funny too because I actually made that video right before it was announced that Rouge is going to be in Sonic Prime, so I kind of feel proud of myself there. But yeah, little respect there to Rouge. But anyways, yeah, Rouge is in Sonic Prime and stuff. She's going to be a part of the main characters. I did not see that one coming. Personally myself, I think maybe if anyone needed more of that time in development, I think maybe SBO should have gotten that placement. But I can see why they went for Rouge because they needed more like, I would say they needed like an extra female character to fill in that placement because like, you know, and they like, and usually typically in shows or cartoons, they typically need like a additional female character to kind of balance out the roster of like, oh, a team full of like mostly guys and maybe one girl. Like they did this inside Sadie M where the only 2 girls at the time were like Bunny and Sally and technically and even Nicole. But they also had like, you know, they added in Dulcie later to like be like the 3rd or 4th member, like that's female and stuff. And then later on in Sonic Boom, you know, part of that group of 5, they added Styx and stuff to be the 5th member of Team Sonic and stuff. So yeah, and then now they're doing this with Rouge, where Rouge is going to be like the 5th member of Team Sonic, basically. So I don't got a problem with that. I actually think that's pretty interesting. So yeah, so we should definitely be getting some good moments there inside Sonic Prime with Rouge. There's already some clips out there on YouTube as is. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to Sonic Prime. But anyways, about Rouge. So yeah, arguably one of the most hottest characters inside the series. I mean, am I wrong? But I'm just wanted to throw that out there. So obviously she has a good design. I know a lot of people talk about her breasts or cleavage, the jiggle physics and stuff from Sonic Adventures 2. Yeah, people would not let that go. I mean, yeah, I mean, what more can I say? I don't got no complaints. Rouge obviously has some pretty good chemistry with Knuckles, Shadow, and Omega. You know, she has a rivalry and possibly a little bit of a crush on Knuckles and stuff inside the games and inside Sonic X. She's Shadow's best friend and stuff, and Shadow's like one of the most popular Sonic characters out there. And she's definitely good friends with Omega, and she's just one of the best anti-heroes inside the Sonic series and stuff. So yeah, so Rouge is definitely earns my placement for the 7th best Sonic girl.
Now let's find that secret treasure.
Prepare to destroy immediate area.
Hey, Omega, did I ever tell you that Shadow is a robot and... Oh, never mind. Good luck.
You know about cloning. The original must exist somewhere.
All this for what? Nothing? I might as well go look for that Master Emerald, since that irritating echidna is here.
Some things never change, do they?
What are you saying? What else is a famous treasure hunter supposed to do?
Alright, coming in at number 6, we have Sally Alicia Acorn. I'm pretty sure some of you guys probably should have saw this one coming about Sally being on like my list of best Sonic girls and stuff, because I've talked about the character before, and I actually think Sally's a pretty good character. She was definitely one of my top 10 favorite Sonic characters back in the day, and I used to be a Sun Alley fan myself. I switched up and then became a Sun Amy fan for the better. If you ask me personally, in this day and age, I think Sally's a little bit overrated. We have the Rally for Sally stuff, or whatever people are talking about, some Save the Freedom Fighters and all that, and that's all well and good. And of course, you know, I've dealt with my fair share of bad or garbage Sun Alley fans. I'm not saying all Sun Alley fans are like this. I mean, I know it's just a few, but yeah. But if you ask me personally, just like looking back at the Sonic Stadium and stuff and thinking about Sally, yeah, I think she's a little overrated. But still, I cannot deny that Sally actually has a lot of quality as a character and stuff. She's really good. She's definitely one of the best love interests for Sonic and stuff. Has a lot of good storylines and lore with the Acorn Kingdom and stuff. I read the Archie comics, but some of that kind of gets blown out of proportion when you read Ken Penders and stuff. And then she has a good design, a memorable character, good relationships with Sonic, Tails, Nicole, Bunny, Elias, that's her brother, and her parents, and she's like one of the best like strategists and leaders in the entire series. So yeah, Sally definitely goes hard and stuff. So yeah, she definitely becomes number 6 for my best Sonic girls and stuff. So yeah.
Chaos has changed again, this time for the better.
Yeah! Supersonic must have neutralized it, so it's nice again.
These are the Chow you were protecting. They stayed alive for generations and now live peacefully with humans. The fighting's over, harmony's restored, and life goes on. Thank you so much.
Alright, coming at number 5, I have Takao the Echidna. So, yeah, I mean, I definitely had to put Takao on this list. I'm pretty sure a lot of people weren't thinking about that when they're thinking best Sonic girls. But yeah, Takao, very underrated character. One of the most wisest characters and the most wholesome character in the entire series. Has a great character design. Honestly, I think Takao is probably like one of the most creative Sonic characters out there and stuff. Definitely shares a lot of lore with like Knuckles and stuff and his ancestry and the Master Emerald and stuff. And Chaos, she stopped perfect Chaos from destroying the Earth, so you have Takao to thank for that. She has good chemistry with Chaos, Knuckles, and Sonic, so yeah, I think Takao is definitely a great character and stuff, and she deserves to be in this placement. And keep in mind, Takao only had like one game to shine. She was only in like Sonic Adventures 1. I know that she might have made a few cameos and a few other stuff, and she was playable in Sonic, inside Sonic Adventures 2, DX, or not DX, my bad, Sonic Adventures 2 Battle. But she, like, that was like, that was just, in the multiplayer mode. So she was only in one game, and Takao was a very impressionable character. So that definitely speaks volumes. Alright, coming at number 4, I have your girl, Whisper the Wolf. Now, I haven't really talked about Whisper too much on my channel, but of course, I like the character. I think she's great. I love the IDW comics. What more can I say? If I had to say if anything good came out of Sonic Forces, which I don't hate Sonic Forces entirely, I just think it's pretty much just a cash grab and stuff, and X, Y, and Z. But I've talked about that before, so you can check out some of my old videos on that. But anyways, if I had to say anything, if there's anything good that's come out of Sonic Forces, I would say it's definitely Whisper. Whisper is obviously based off the Avatar character from Sonic Forces, the Avatar mascot character and stuff, and she's also based off of Sniper Wolf from Metal Gear Solid. She was created by Ian Flynn and Evan Stanley, two of like the best writers and stuff, and Evan Stanley's like one of the best artists and stuff in the Sonic series, in my opinion. So yeah, so Whisper definitely has it going. She first appeared teaming up with Sonic and Silver and stuff, so she definitely did a like that was like a pretty cool comic right there. Definitely had some interesting like mystery and stuff to her character at first, where Whisper just had a vendetta and she wanted to just she wanted to kill Dr. Eggman and stuff, like on sight. So yeah, and then we learned later the reason why. So yeah, definitely check out the Tangle and Whisper mini comic and stuff. It's like 4 issues long. But yeah, so what I can say is a very creative character, very unique, one of the most tragic characters in the entire series. Not the most tragic, but definitely one of the most tragic like characters with one of the most tragic stories, if you ask me personally. She has good chemistry with Tangle, of course, Silver, Sonic, and Jet. She's not afraid to kill anyone. Hell, there's been a couple of times where Whisper was ready to just pull the trigger on a couple of people like Mimic and definitely Dr. Eggman and stuff, and even Surge at one point. So yeah, Whisper, she's not afraid to kill somebody. Although she's no anti-hero or anything, but she's a hero. But still, you gotta keep in mind that Whisper is also, like, she was formerly a mercenary or a sniper. So yeah, so she has no qualms about killing and stuff. I'm not sure if she's ever killed before, but I'm just throwing it out there. Yeah, she has no problem taking another person's life, especially out of revenge. And she's probably the best marksman or markswoman in the entire Sonic series and stuff. I would say the only person that might just give her some challenge or competition will probably be Knack the Weasel. But outside of that, yeah, Whisper definitely goes hard for that. So yeah, Whisper at number 4. Alright, coming at number 3, I have Tangle the Lemur. Yeah, I definitely had to put Tangle this high. She's my third best Sonic girl on this list. She's like the most likable and probably the most energetic character of the entire series. Definitely parallels Sonic by a lot. Creative and cute design, cool powers, her prehensile and stuff. Actually make its way into canon and stuff, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, and the thing about Tangle is, like, originally, like, IDW, they wanted their own character, like they wanted like a character, like a new Sonic character to be introduced in the IDW comics. So Ian Flynn had came up with like Ringtail Lemur and stuff, and then him and Tyson Hess had created Tangle. So there you have it. As you remember, back in like 2018, if you were there during the IDW comics and stuff when it was relaunching, they were introducing Tangle through a silhouette and stuff of her being next to Sonic. A lot of people were mistaken and thought it was going to be Sally or something. It wasn't. It was actually Tangle and stuff. So yeah, and I was like, alright, I want to see what this character has to offer. A lot of people, well, not a lot of people, but I remember reading that it was saying that Tangle was going to be like Sonic's new sidekick or something. And I was just telling myself, man, I hope they at least redeem Tails first and like make him like kind of his own character before, like, moving on to another character. But I think IDW's competently handled the Sonic characters very well, and definitely even the new characters too, like Tangle and stuff, and Whisper, and definitely even characters that they didn't even think that they would even have to like develop or even like want to work on, like like Lano Lynn or Jewel and stuff. I think they are doing an excellent job and stuff. So I got almost like nothing against the IDW comics. Besides, maybe Like maybe a few characters might deserve a little bit more focus, like Shadow or something, or whatever, or some time to develop, or you know. But that's just my personal opinion. The reason why I made my poll a couple of weeks ago for Tangle and Whisper, or whether or not do you guys prefer Tangle and Whisper over Sally, or do you prefer Sally over Tangle and Whisper, was for this video, because I was just thinking to myself, you know, I feel like I want to put Tangle and Whisper over Sally because I just feel like they're just a lot more creative as characters, and I feel like they can contribute and serve the story a lot more compared to Sally and stuff. And it's not just because Sally just doesn't have any powers and stuff, but it's just that Sally just doesn't really, I don't think she really has too much to contribute to the plot and stuff. Now I know I might make a few fans mad about that, but I'm just being honest. Like, obviously, like Tangle and Whisper, like Tangle has her powers and stuff, and she can keep up with Sonic, and she fits the more Sonic aesthetic anyways. Whisper, she has her wisping and stuff, and is like a great marksman. She literally has wisps and stuff, and we know that Whisper are low-key overpowered, not overpowered, but they're low-key pretty powerful. So yeah, and they have some interesting stuff. So yeah, that's why I put Tangle and Whisper at the placements that they are. Because originally Sally was supposed to be at number 3, but I kind of changed my mind at the last minute and decided to give it to Tangle and Whisper and to Cal. So there you have it. But anyways, Tangle, in my honest opinion, definitely deserves the number 3 placement. Yeah, like, she's been around for a couple of years now, and she's made her way into canon, and there aren't too many fans that I think have or voiced too much, like, you know, criticism or voiced anything negative about, like, Tangle. Maybe a few, but not too many.
Huh? Amy?
Shh! Keep your voice down. Have no fear. Amy Rose is here.
How'd you get here?
Well, if you gotta know, I caught a ride with Tails. Are you sure you don't need my help? It looks like you could use it.
The reason I'm in here is because of that fake hedgehog.
You mean that black hedgehog?
Did you see it? Where is it now?
If I tell ya, will you marry me?
No way!
I thought I had you this time. That black hedgehog came here with Dr. Eggman.
So, Eggman's behind this, huh?
What's all that writing on the wall anyway? Did you write that? Wait for me, Sonic! He's such a brat sometimes.
Alright, now I'm pretty sure some of you guys probably saw this coming, but I'm pretty sure a lot of you are probably surprised that I put her at number 2. But coming at number 2 is my girl, Amy Rose. Now, Amy is, in fact, my favorite, like, not my favorite Sonic character, but she's, like, my 4th favorite Sonic character. But if I had to say in terms of, like, best girls, based off of my opinion, Amy's, like, number 1 for me, based off my own opinion, okay? But this list isn't just constructed based off my own opinion. It's also constructed off of, like, my opinions, what the character can contribute to the story, gameplay, reception, etc. Now, Amy might have a mixed reception where she has some fans that like her and some fans that don't like her. Of course, that hasn't affected my opinion about the character, because over time, at first, I didn't like the character, but after, like, I grew up and I got older and stuff, and I kind of realized that Amy's actually a pretty well-written character and stuff. She's pretty decent and stuff. Yeah, Amy's definitely my favorite, like, my best Sonic girl, honestly. And of course I ship her with Sonic, as we all know, like, I'm a Son Amy fan. But anyways, Amy is, like, obviously the most recognizable and the most iconic Sonic girl in the entire series, point blank, period. Sonic's primary love interest, great design, classic modern boom. Amy has good designs in general. A lot of people I know are getting tired of her modern design because it's always being featured. It's definitely pretty cool, but yeah, I thought her classic design's pretty cute. A lot of people do love her boom design and stuff, and then you even have some people talking about her new design, like the little cyborg design that she has inside Sonic Prime and the Jungle one. So Amy definitely rocks. She definitely rocks a pretty good outfit or pretty good attire. She knows how to dress for success. What can I say? She has some good chemistry and interactions with Sonic, Cream, Big, Styx, Gamma, Blaze, Elise, Metal Sonic, a lot of characters. Okay. She's been featured in probably in like the most Sonic media besides Tails, Knuckles, and Dr. Eggman and stuff like. But compared to like the other Sonic girls, yeah, Amy's probably the most featured Sonic girl in the entire series. So Amy is definitely number 2 for me. I'll post some of her like best moments here and whatnot, and you'll see why she earns this placement, or why she would definitely earn a number 1 placement. But that's all I had to say on the character. But tell me what you guys think down below.
Wake up, Birdie! Are you okay? Can you fly? Can live in peace again.
I wish I hadn't needed your help, Sonic, but thank you. By the way, you seem to look less spiky.
Alright, and finally coming at number 1, we have Blaze the Cat. Of course, I had to put Blaze. Like, Blaze definitely deserves to be definitely in the top 5 for best Sonic girls, but if I had to say, like, or top 3, but if I had to say for, like, Blaze's character and stuff, yeah, I mean, the reason why Blaze is number 1 for on my list right here, based off like criteria and validity and all that stuff, is because I can't imagine like a lot of people having too many problems with Blaze. I can imagine some people having problems with Sally. I can see people having problems with Amy. Blaze though is a good in between, so that's why I chose her to be number 1, because she is a good medium here. Where I'm pretty sure if you see my list, you probably won't be pissed off and be like, well, such and such should have. No, Blaze is a good in between. I don't think there's too many people that would voice any like criticism or be like, oh, well, I just don't like Blaze. Not too many people, okay? Blaze is like one of the most powerful characters in the entire series. You know, one of the most powerful like just characters in the entire series. She parallels Knuckles and she contrasts with Sonic. Flawless playstyle. I've never seen anyone ever talk badly about Blaze's playstyle and stuff inside the games. Hell, they actually like to play as Blaze, like in Sonic Rush. I've never played Sonic Rush Adventure. Played the first one, but not Rush Adventure, which is the sequel. A lot of people like playing her as like Sonic 06, or say that she's best to play as in Sonic 06, along with Shadow. So yes, flawless gameplay style. One of the fastest characters in the entire series. Has good character development, like inside Sonic Rush. Good chemistry with Silver, Sonic, Cream, Amy, Marin, and Shadow. Okay, and she's like probably the best princess character in the entire Sonic series. And honestly, probably one of the best princesses in all of video games, if you ask me. It's not like I have a in-depth list about the best like video game princesses, but I would say Blaze should definitely be candidate for best video game princesses in my opinion. But anyways, yes, Blaze is an awesome character. Highly doubt anyone would argue that deserves to be number one in my opinion. Okay, so anyways, that's my list for best Sonic girls and stuff. I hope you guys like the video. I hope you guys like, share, and subscribe. This is the Keenest Fox, and I'm out. Peace.
Blaze! I'll take Iblis. Don't worry. My soul is already alit with flames. I will be accepted. Come on, make it quick! Use your chaos control to stop time, then steal us into a different dimension!
No! I can't do that to you!
Didn't we already go through this? We agreed to save the world at any price!
I can't! I wouldn't know what to do without you! You fought alongside me to save the world! You're my friend, right?
You're still so naive. But I've always liked that about you.